Hello and happy Thanksgiving. And he's running this here live in Ocean City, Maryland. And obviously, wondering why every time I talk, the Hangout thing, he just keeps lagging on and off. I mean, it's just a big headache, but if you're watching live, you're on the replay. Thank you very much. It always means the world to me that you guys always show up for these. And uh, we're going to talk about a couple things today. And yes, non Thanksgiving news because every time I put the news on today, something's talking. They're just fascinated with Thanksgiving. And uh, I watched watching Channel 7 News back on my Sling box. And, I don't want to hear about Trump on a holiday. Please. It's the last thing I want to hear about. So, in this video, we're going to discuss the weather. We're going to discuss the issue in the Long Island Railroad. We'll talk about what happened on Amtrak. Also, I'll give some good news from Disney tonight. I'll get into that later on. But first, I quickly want to make an announcement to everybody, and I think I've told Vinny Arena and Matt Camper about this, and definitely Vinny knows about this. Um, this Tuesday, November 27th, the annual Andy's Randomness Holiday video will be filmed in Manhattan. I will give the agenda right now for the new viewers who are just joining. So, the agenda this year is going to be a little bit different. Yes, I still want to see the Rockefeller Center tree. It is going to be the day before they light it up. So that's this Tuesday, November 27th. I will be going to Rockefeller Center first by taking the F train from my normal station, Kew Gardens, Union Turnpike. I will be going to see the tree, and I will be going to see the newly reopened FAO Shorts. I've never been to the original, so I wonder how this is going to turn out. And the one thing I'm looking for, and most of my personal friends know I'm a big fan of Tom Hanks, and quite fitting that, well, spoiler alert for myself, I am getting the Fred Rogers documentary on DVD for Hanukkah coming up in about 2 weeks. And I'm curious to see the piano from Big. I heard they installed it, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. And then I'll just get to the holiday agenda video, and then I'll go. Hang on, Mom. I'll be with you in a second. Sorry about that. My mom needs to help me help with the Roku. But afterwards, I will be taking the BDF4M train to Herald Square. I will be walking a couple blocks to 38th Street, as I will be visiting for the first time ever the flagship Lord and Taylor location. It will be my first time ever going to see it because it is closing. And I'll read a couple articles regarding that in a couple minutes. And to wrap it all up, as many of you know what I like doing, the traditional Macy's holiday display at Herald Square. I'm thinking it is going to be possible to get everything done because I am going to be grabbing lunch at my favorite bagel place in Queens, which is right by the train station. The Hot Bagels place. Happy Alleys and Bagels on Queens Boulevard by 78th Drive, I think it is. So I told Vinny where it is because I am going to mention this now. If anybody wants to tag along, you're more than welcome to. Just tweet me at Andy's Randomness. I'll PM you, and meetup times are between 11 o'clock at the Kew Gardens Union Turnpike train station for the E and the F train, as I will be taking. What? Let me just finish up my point. So 11 o'clock is the first meetup at Kew Gardens Union Turnpike, and the second meetup at Rockefeller Center, if you can't get to Queens, is sometime around, I would say, 11:45 and noonish, because guilty pleasure, I actually eat on the subway. I've done it numerous times, and that's the reason why I bring a backpack. If anybody's curious, and if anybody's gone to the city with me before, you've always known that I've brought a backpack with me, because not only do I keep my stuff, but I keep a separate trash bag. So that way, when I get to the trash in the city, I throw it out responsibly because you don't want to point the finger at me that I caused the track fire on the subway. So, yeah, so that's the agenda. I want to make one last point. I am going to aim to take the 256 eastbound train in Long Beach at Penn Station because that train is an express that goes to Jamaica. I know I'm dampering myself a little bit because I'm not going to hear my normal engineers, so it's going to be different, but yeah, should be a fun experience. I can't wait. This is going to be my 5th year in a row doing this video. If you've been around with me since the original part when I used to be Andrew Sports fan, the first video was just plain and bland. Same thing in 16 where I filmed Macy's Herald Square. 17 was fun. It was no narration, but we'll see if I can do no narration again this year. Depends on the circumstances. Cause I know Action Kid, he uploaded his videos recently. I know if he's watching, maybe I'll do the same like he did because I did that last year. So should be fun on Tuesday. I can't wait. Originally, it was supposed to be Monday, the 26th. I was supposed to film, but the weather, it's gonna rain in New York, and honestly, I don't want to be out in the rain. And Tuesday is my ideal weather condition, 45 degrees and sunny. And many of you know I love that type of weather, so I can't wait for it. Going to be seasonal and comfortable. And one day before the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is lit. So I'm going to be right back because my mom needs help with the smart TV in our living room because I'm in my normal small studio here in Maryland, but the main entertainment hub's in my living room. And if I don't get to my mom, she's not going to be too happy. And one last point, all live comments will be read at the end of this video after I'm done showing all the articles and everything else. So when I get back, it should be for a few minutes. I don't know how long it's going to be. Let me think what I can do in the meantime. Maybe I can play some music for you all. I got an idea. I have the virtual audio cable. Mom, I'm coming. I just have to put the hold music on. Yeah, so I don't want to freak out my mom because she's gonna wonder why aren't I helping her set up the TV and everything else. I'm very impressed. I actually see my current live stream on my home feed. No copyright music. Hang on, Mom. Do apologize, everyone. Trying to see if I can find like a 10-hour clip of no copyright music. All right, 5 hours we'll have to do. So once I switch it over to the virtual audio cable, I'll be back and good. I hear the virtual music in the background. So let me just put it on for you all. I'll be back in about maybe, I'd say 10 minutes. Listen to the music and no copyright, so enjoy it.
Here we go.
All right, hopefully this is working. Put the headphones back on. Okay, I'm back. That was a brief couple minutes there. But yes, I'm here. Sorry for the little bit of the. I'd say it only lasted maybe, what, 4 minutes? Because I actually had to use the bathroom too. So I don't want to go on and on and on and not do anything. But I said, look, live comments will be read. Whoever is still here. So again, I am going to recap, in case you are just tuning in, the annual Andy's Randomness Holiday video on Tuesday, November 27th in New York City. If you just missed out, even though I am in Maryland, I am leaving for New York City tomorrow. So the agenda will be Rockefeller Plaza, the newly reopened FAO Shorts, the closing Lord and Taylor, which I'll get into in just a second. I'm trying to show you my screen, and Macy's Herald Square. So that's what will be in the video. Last year I did Bryant Park, but this year there's just not enough time for it. I really need to show you all Lord and Taylor before it closes, which is scheduled to close in January. So let's get into it. Let me get to the share. Do apologize about that, everyone. The computer is freezing on me at the moment. I don't know why it's doing that. This is my new computer. It wouldn't be doing this. I don't even think we're on the air. I think the dumb thing is not working. let's hope that this is working because I did add something. I really hate this old computer. I mean, I have no choice but to bring it with me when I come down here, but it is just slow. It is slow. I guess we're still live. I'm trying to show you our web articles, and yet this thing is just being a pain in the butt. I do apologize, everyone. I just wish the older technology would be able to keep up with me. I'll get to my points. Application window. Hopefully this works now. There we go. Just hang on for a sec, everyone. There we go. Excellent. Just making sure I'm playing myself back on my phone for a second. This is better. Now I don't have to wear the stupid headphones. All right, so let's read some articles. I said live comments will be read after, even if it's from the minor technical glitch. So, if you are not aware of why, again, I mentioned Lord & Taylor and why I'm going this year, it is the last chance I ever get to see it, and I've never been. I've been to Macy's Herald Square 5 times, the most, but I've never been to the flagship. Actually, I've passed by it, but I've never been in it. So, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Lord & Taylor will be closing its flagship store in the landmark Fifth Avenue building. So, I will zoom in for smartphone users so that way you all can see it. There we go. The parent company, Hudson Bay, is suffering same-store sales declines across most of its division and pressing ahead with trimming costs at its stores. Hudson Bay Company revealed the planned closure of the Lord & Taylor flagship as the group reported a net loss of 400 million Canadian dollars, or 308 million in America, for the first quarter, ended May 5th compared to 221 million Canadian dollars, or 170 million in the year ago period. Last year, Hudson Bay sold the building to WeWork for 850 million, with the co-working behemoth looking to make the location its headquarters. When that deal was announced, the New York Times reported Lord & Taylor will rent the bottom floors, redesigning them into a smaller version of its department store. So yeah, pretty much right. So Lord & Taylor will now be on walmart.com. But recently Lord & Taylor renovated him and hasn't. Macy's announced it would add a roof deck to its Herald Square location. So yeah, it's pretty much closing in January. That's all I know. And again, I'm mentioning now to all the tourists, please, before it closes, I suggest visiting because it's going to be the last time you get to see it. And I'm not going to be going in the stores because I'm quickly going to mention that this year, because they're cutting costs and things are just unfortunate for this flagship building, I'm only going to be filming the holiday displays because they have memories of the stores and the employees, and it's just going to be sad knowing that Lord & Taylor, a building that has been there for many years, it's been featured in many movies over the years, that it's going to close. It's really sad that a piece of New York is disappearing. So there's still pictures. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Usual 6. I'm trying to get you the information regarding the holiday windows for yeah, I think this is an old article from 2016, so we'll close out of it. But yeah, it's going to be sad seeing it. As I said, I'm not going to be going in both of the stores because, again, time is key as I'm filming. The only store, again, I really want to focus on for my holiday video this year is, again, the newly reopened FAO shorts. In fact, before we get to the weather, let's see if there is an article on the newly reopened FAO shorts. And again, if anybody has any comments about me visiting it, please chime in because I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And again, live comments will be read after the video is done. For here we go. FAO Shorts returns to New York. So again, the piano is here. Inside the new FAO Shorts. I wonder if Newsday has an article about it. Because I have the JavaScript turned off, so it will load way faster. Hey, look at that. Newsday has an article. Excellent. Good. Now I can read you it. Let's read it. All right. So, newly FAO shorts reopened at Rockefeller Plaza. Let me see something. The big entrance clock tower has returned, and there is 2 levels. Tom Hanks dance to. Yeah, they have pictures, but I can't load it. But the main thing is, I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's going to be fun seeing it. And that's going to be the main part of where I want to go into. I will research the Rockefeller Plaza website after I'm done with this, because I do have to research that point here. So now we're going to go to the weather. And I quickly want to check up on the temperatures in Utica, New York today, because that's where most of my family actually is today, because my cousins had a big event in Utica and I couldn't go because I wanted to check on the condo here. So maybe one of these days I will go up there, but it depends on the circumstance. And honestly, I didn't want to go this year because the lowest temperature it got in Utica today was, believe it or not, 4 degrees. And with the wind chill, it felt like -11 at 1:53 a.m. It was in the 30s yesterday. Past 72 hours have certainly been interesting, that's for sure. I can't confirm right now. The last reading was around 6 o'clock tonight. Before that, 12 degrees. The high today in Utica was 16. It was originally supposed to be 19 degrees, but guess not. Oh, this is from Rome, so that's close enough. Let's just check temperature readings today on the NWS website. We'll quickly look it all up. We'll have it for you. I don't know why it's not loading. Ah, here we go. Oh boy, we got a problem. We're going to have to go back and go to the main National Weather Service website because I'm not able to get you any information from the base in... okay, here we go. Current conditions at Griffiths Air Force Base. Wind chill of 0, which tonight the wind chills will be below 0. Right now we will enter the Ocean City, Maryland zip code. I apologize about that, everyone. I'll check that right now. Here we go. Currently in Ocean City Airport, temperature is 27 degrees with a real feel of 18. So we will check the high today from Ocean City Airport here in Maryland. High today was 34 with a real feel of 24, which was recorded at. Here we go. High today was 34 at 2 o'clock this afternoon. I know during the Macy's parade today, the 9 o'clock temperature was 19 degrees with a real feel below 10, single digits today for the kickoff of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So now we will quickly check Ocean City, Maryland. My bad. Apologize about that. Let me just pull up the keyboard. There we go. Salisbury Airport today. 27 degrees right now. Wind chill of 19. So the high today was 34. Real feel of 24. Set at noon today. I'm not really going to get into New York because I'm assuming Pine Power LI is going to do New York later. So I just wanted to do different parts of the country. But I do want to look at the GFS because I am concerned about Monday because now I'm going to be going to work and wondering, well, what's going to happen. So let's see the forecast for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow, not even going to hit 32 in New York again. There is a chance of rain on Saturday night. Let's see when the chance of rain will come. The highest amount of rain will start at 7 o'clock at night and will continue on for a remainder of the evening on Saturday night. And Sunday, the rain will go down sometime around 3 o'clock in the morning, and then 4 o'clock it'll clear, and it will be a clear sunny day with a high of 53 degrees. That's gorgeous weather for this time of the year. And then Monday, here we go with the rain again. So what time will it rain on Monday? Let's see what we got. Pretty much it can rain all day between 7 o'clock and 6 p.m. So the best chance of rain is, I'd say, sometime between 4 and 6 p.m. on Monday. And for Tuesday, quickly take a look at this. Excellent weather to film. So that's excellent. That temperatures will be in my factor to film, but it is going to be windy, but I think it will be worth it. Wednesday, I know I'm going to be at work. This is not good. Now, I'm looking at next Saturday because I actually have an event I will be attending in Mineola with Laura. And when's it going to rain? Too close to call early then, huh? Alrighty. Let's take a look at the Tropical Tidbits website. Seeing the rain's coming. So here's the rain. It's going to be a heavy amount of rain. There's Monday again. Let's clear the rest of the week. Let's see. Nothing for Saturday next week, so things can change. It looks like Monday next week there might be a chance of rain. Let's take a look at the NAM and get an idea of when it could rain on Saturday. That should be our first priority. Let's rewind it back. Okay, here we go. Here comes the rain. Here comes that heavy band. Ooh, there's some ice trying to mix in. Upstate New York. All right. Next up, we're gonna read this story. A awful incident happened on Amtrak last night as cars separated on a New York City bound Amtrak train. It happened last night. Two of the cars separated. It was train 68, called the Adirondack, was heading from Montreal when the train experienced what Amtrak called a mechanical issue just before 7:30 near Albany. Chuck Reeves, a software engineer from Troy, was on his way to his parents' home on Long Island for Thanksgiving, and he had boarded the first car behind a locomotive in Albany. Shortly after the train pulled away, he said he and other passengers heard a pop and a hiss, smelled electrical burning, and felt a rush of cold air. Hmm. There were 287 people, but thankfully nobody was killed and nobody was injured. So now we will talk about what happened on the Long Island Railroad today. We had an issue in Valley Stream. A down wire caused hours of suspensions, delays, and cancellations, the Long Island Railroad said earlier this morning. So what happened was this issue first reported by Matt Camper at 2 a.m. There were widespread delays and service suspensions. The Babylon branch was still running hourly service shortly before 4:30 p.m. The West Hempstead branch resumed service at around 4 p.m. After hours of on and off suspensions and significant delays on multiple branches, there were delays to the Valley Stream area of 30 to 45 minutes as of 3 p.m., Long Island Railroad said in service advisories. Multiple trains were canceled. The wire fell on the Long Island Railroad tracks at Valley Stream near Satire Avenue and Sunrise Highway. PSE&G Long Island spokeswoman Elizabeth Flagger said, crews worked on site and fixed the problem Thursday morning, and PSE&G is investigating why the wire fell. LARR officials said the down wire sparked a small fire at the substation in Valley Stream and damaged the signal tower. The fire was the root cause of the service suspensions and delays. Right, and they told people to take the main line. That's good news that NYCT cross honored people between Jamaica and Penn, because I would have originally taken the Long Island Railroad to get to the city. But then if I wanted to go to the parade, I'd be like, no, I'd rather get my spot by Rockefeller Center so that way I can at least see the parade. So if I ever go to the parade and it's on 6th Avenue, I was thinking, if I'm in New York for the 100th anniversary, which would be 2026, so that would be a good 31st birthday present for me, but need a less. So we're not going to get into more of it right now. Before I get into news from Disney, I'm going to look up the Long Island Railroad's service. Go on the MTA's website. See how we are doing. Do we have any info on the Long Island Railroad? And see if the Babylon branch is still running hourly. I wish it was hourly. If it was hourly, then I would be in a good mood. So we're on the new MTA website. Okay, let's see. All right, we have good service on all branches except, yep, the Babylon branch. Yep. Still hourly service on the Babylon branch. Can't make this stuff up. Another day, another problem on the railroad, even if it's Thanksgiving. Okay, so now we're going to get to the big news from Disney tonight. As Walt Disney Pictures has released the first teaser trailer for The Lion King. Disney hasn't held back from the reimagining its beloved animated movies in live action, or in the Lion King's case, photoreal animation, including Cinderella, The Jungle Book, and Beauty and the Beast. The director of The Jungle Book and Iron Man, Jon Favreau, is the director. The star-studded cast includes Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, as Simba, Beyonce Carter as Nala, Billy Eichner as Timon, and Seth Rogen as Pumbaa. James Earl Jones will reprise his role as Mufasa. Hans Zimmer will do the music, and Elton John and Tim Rice collaborated with Beyonce Carter to rework the soundtrack. The first trailer basically replicates the original Circle of Life opening from the original with nearly all the same camera moves, so now it's photorealistic, so that's something. Other upcoming live action remakes will include Dumbo and Aladdin, scheduled to be released next year in 2019 along with The Lion King, Lady and the Tramp, which is still in development for next year as well, Mulan in 2020, and most recently announced Lilo and Stitch, which is scheduled to come out sometime in 2021 or 2022. The Lion King is set to premiere on the 25th anniversary of its original release on July 19th, 2019. So, pretty much 25 years after the original Lion King came out in 1994, the newly released live action teaser is out, which I think is appropriate to release it now because keeping in mind, you want people to get an idea of what's coming, especially how Mary Poppins, the sequel, will be coming out on December 19th next month. So, quickly want to show you this picture. This is the first teaser poster for July 19th next year. So now we're going to take a look at the upcoming Disney movies coming out next year. So officially, we know the following movies are Mary Poppins Returns coming out on December 19th, Dumbo live action coming out on March 29th, usual Disney nature film Penguins coming out on April 19th, live action Aladdin will be coming out on Memorial Day weekend, May 24th. Keeping in mind when you count the Disney universe, you have Avengers 4 coming out the first weekend of May to kick off the summer blockbuster season. Toy Story 4, which is a Pixar film, coming out on June 21st. Live action Lion King on July 19th. Earth Miss Fowl, I don't even know what that is. And Frozen 2, scheduled to come out on November 22nd of 2019. Emma! You give me a few minutes. I do apologize again, everyone. So, I'll go to your comments and we will read them on the air. Thankfully, there'll be no echo. All right, let's just see if I can put them up. It's lagging. I do apologize about that, everyone. Okay, there we go. Okay, all the comments are from Alex Murphy, who is a loyal fan to to my social media network. So thank you very much. So now we're going to read his comments on the air, and it's on the screen right now. What I'll do is, if you're on a mobile phone, I will make it a little bit bigger so you all can see it. All right, so Alex Murphy. What in the world happened? I had the comments, and all of a sudden they just disappeared. How in the world does that happen? Ah, here we go. Okay, here we go. So, uh, Alex said he took his mom to LaGuardia via the Harlem line from Scarsdale and the M60 bus. Traffic was really bad on 125th Street. Also, he took the Q70 Select bus from LaGuardia to Jackson Heights Roosevelt. 3 rats at the station. Oh, so you live in Westchester, Alex. I don't know, because the thing is, I don't ride Metro North. I would consider it if the time were right, but you know. Yeah, I saw Alex the video of Prime Power Li. I know he mentioned it with MTA Prodigy in the other video they did. And I know about Bezos. Bezos, let me tell you, he's I'm not surprised he's richer than Bill Gates and Tim Cook combined. I'm not surprised about that. I thought Tim Cook would be rich, but it seems nobody really gives a hoot about Apple because, there was rust at the Scarsdale platform. Just like you guys are getting treated well on the Blam branch. All right, so there's no more comments. I'll just hit stop sharing. And now we're back at me. So, with that all said, that's going to wrap it up. As I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, I am heading back to New York City tomorrow. I am in Ocean City, Maryland right now, so that's why you're hearing different equipment. So, obviously, sounds different. And once again, I can't wait to film on Tuesday. Tuesday's going to be fun. Can't wait. I've never been to FAO Shorts. I've never seen the holiday display at Lord and Taylor, so it's going to be sad seeing it, but, I can't wait. But Macy's will be the grand finale, which I'm looking forward to. So, once again, it's an open invite. Please tweet me at Andy's Randomness. You can also email me at andrew718pollock at gmail.com. You can email me that way, and please let me know by Monday night if you are interested in coming. Once again, we have our rendezvous points of Kew Gardens Union Turnpike and 4750th Street, Rockefeller Center. The good news about those stations is that it's at Rockefeller Plaza Station is that it's universal. You can easily walk to it from Lexington Avenue. You can walk to it from Times Square. I quickly want to mention that if you are coming from the A or the C line, I really don't know how you can get to Rockefeller Plaza. The only thing I could recommend doing is just walking underground to Times Square and then exiting that way, I guess. That's the only way I would recommend doing it, but I'm sure there's a way to do it from the A and the A and the C line. So that being said, enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving, everyone. I'll be back in New York tomorrow, and yeah, should be fun when I film the video on Tuesday. So take care, everyone, and until the next one, goodbye.